Hey guys, and welcome back to my Manchester United career mode. This is episode 2 of my series, and well, let's kick things right off here as I search for a player. Now I know that I did say I want to bring in a right midfielder, and I thought to myself, well, I thought I had enough with Laun and Bernard Silva, but I thought to myself, why not bring in someone, or hopefully try to bring in someone that had a great season, a great campaign in the Bundesliga last year. And I thought to myself, why not bring this man right here, Patrick Herrmann? Let's ask our scouts to do a little bit of their job and let's see what they come back with, and hopefully we can get this man, because this guy has been impressive this last year with Borussia Mönchengladbach. But let's jump straight into this first game of this video, and our third game and our last game of the group stage of this American Challenge Cup. So as you guys know, we did lose our first game against PSG, and we drew our game against Borussia Dortmund. So we really need a victory to really set the mood high here at Manchester United, and hopefully we can get that down right away. And my ambition for this game was to start off good, get possession going, but as you see right there, we lose the ball unfortunately, and it's not the way we want to start. And Toronto have the opportunity to counter here. Unfortunately, their ball goes wide, and Luke Shaw has the opportunity to take the throw, and so the Luke Shaw goes down to Smalling and gets the ball back, finds Carrick in the midfield of the park. Schneiderlin trying to go through, gets Memphis Depay, who had a poor start to the preseason, but it looks like he's doing there right there, taking on his man. Going down to Schneiderlin. What can Schneiderlin do? He finds Marshall, does what he does best, cuts inside, takes the shot, goes to Rooney, goes in, goalkeeper with a great save in the line, and it's unfortunately not 1-0 to us. We still stay level, and it's Anthony Marshall again doing a little roulette, going back to Mata, getting the ball back. Rooney with his back to goal. What can he do? Getting his shirt pulled. He goes down to Luke Shaw. What can Luke Shaw do? He's trying to look for someone. Wayne Rooney has the opportunity to turn here, but goes down the middle with Carrick. Carrick with Mata. Mata plays it wide again. We're playing some great possession football here, and I was really enjoying the way this team was playing at the moment. We're doing the things right. We're getting the ball through. It is Toronto FC when we see how the goalkeeper calmly collects that cross. We were playing good football. We were playing against Toronto, and we were not losing the possession, and we were really dominating. It is just Toronto FC. Not trying to diss on them or anything, but we are expected to do better. And then right here, Memphis Depay has the opportunity to cross, and the goalkeeper taking Marshall with him. So let's pick it up right here in the 23rd minute. We have a corner kick. It looks like the ball just went a little bit too wide for Smalling. He gets the ball down to Marshall, who takes a shot, and it's a great parry away from the goalkeeper, who is having a good game so far. So we get another corner kick. Juan Mata to take it. Goes down to Schneiderlin, takes the header. It looks like it was going in, but the defender had other words to say about that. Memphis going wide again with Mata. What can Mata do? And unfortunately that does not go well. And then Jones, Marshall. What can Marshall do? He finds Luke Shaw out on the wing. Can he take the shot? No, he's gonna pass it, and unfortunately the pass was not the goodest, or the best one. I'm sorry, goodest I don't think is really a word. Alright then, so we're taking it off here, right here with Toronto trying to get the counter attack with Jackson trying to pick up the speed, and he does, trying to take that away from Smalling, but it looks like Phil Jones was there in time, and Darmian clears it to Michael Carrick, who will then play it off to Juan Mata. But then the pass is a poor one, and we give it back to Jackson. Warner with the opportunity to get somewhere. He goes down the middle. Jackson with the ball again, back to Warner, back to Jackson with the shot, and it looks like Luke Shaw is there to clear, and Juan Mata can then get the ball away. So again, we're losing the ball, but luckily we get to clear afterwards. Marshall with the ball here. It's the last minute of the half. Not a lot happening in this first half against Toronto, unfortunately. We do keep possession, but we're not really getting that sharpness to go in to goal and score. Luke Shaw with the cross, and the goalkeeper again coming out, taking out his defender, and it looks like we can try to do something, but unfortunately the ref calls it. That is first half. We are still 0-0, and hopefully we can change that, and hopefully we can get our first win against Toronto. as we see Wayne Rooney going off the pitch, who had a pretty decent but quiet game at the same time. So then we kick off the second half, the 57th minute. What can Toronto do here? It looks like they're playing the ball pretty well. Toronto started the second half actually pretty strong, getting possession wide, and they're trying to do what we did, but it looks like Smalling is able to clear. But then unfortunately we give it away, the shot, and it goes well wide, and we can consider ourselves very, very fortunate not to concede right there after Chris Smalling giving away that ball. And Luke Shaw going off to Memphis. Memphis going off to Schneiderlin. What can Schneiderlin do? He goes off to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw goes straight to Anthony Marshall. But again, not the ball that we want to see being played. And then Rooney right here. Unfortunately, I don't think it was a foul. It looks like the referee made a mare out of that. But it is a decision. So I thought to myself, well, I think it's time to get some substitutions going on. So I thought I'd switch Memphis and Mata so I can bring in Young on that left side of the field. And I thought I'd also bring in Fellaini for Michael Carrick. And so while those substitutions were made, the goalkeeper gets again to kick the ball, and Toronto will start off playing again. And so we see Jackson. Jackson was one of their best prolific players here. Very agile, very strong at the same time. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So we have Jackson on the ball going wide, running, and he gets the ball, but luckily enough, Phil Jones was there to clear. All right, we're going into a corner kick. What can he do? Minute 81. It looks like it's a simple ball for De Gea, but De Gea makes a mare out of it, and Toronto FC score. And after Manchester United was dominating for most of the first half and some of the second half, De Gea makes one of the biggest mistakes of his career, I would say, just not catching that ball. I'm not sure what he tried to do, if he tried to go collect it, if he tried to go parry it, but it wasn't good enough from the goalkeeper, and because of him, we are now 1-0 down with just 7 minutes to equalize, and it doesn't look like we're going anywhere. Minute 93rd basically here, we're going at the end of the half. What can Manchester United do? Pressing the ball pretty high, not letting anyone go, and what can we do? We get an opportunity here to go down the wing, down the middle, but we're just not getting anything through. Fellaini gets the opportunity. Marshall with a nice back heel. Lindegaard, what can he do? Can he take on this player? No, he cannot. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the second half. We do lose our second game in this competition, which does mean we are out of the tournament, unfortunately. And it looks like we had a very, very poor preseason, and we're just gonna have to pick it up and hopefully get into the Premier League. Hopefully we do much better, and hopefully we can make some signings that will make things better. But we do hear some news that Atletico Madrid do want to sign Victor Valdez. They offer me 9 million, but I thought, why not give him a counter offer of 13 million? Hopefully that will be not too much asking. So then we'll advance here a couple of more days, see if we get news back from anyone, and we do get news from Atletico Madrid saying that they accepted another bid from another club. So I thought to myself, all right, then we'll go on and we'll bid another was it another 2 million? No, it was another million more, 4 million plus Valdez for Luan. Hopefully that will be enough of an incentive to get them through. And again, Monaco, again, they say no, that is not enough for Bernard. And I really like Bernardo Silva. He seemed fantastic in the Euro Under 21 championship. He was great. He looked like the most creative player in Portugal, and he really looks like he has so much potential. So he would be amazing to have at Manchester United. But then we do get news. Matt Hummels does accept our contract terms that we previously gave him last episode, and I decided to stall it just because I thought to myself, well, hopefully we can get more information about Jimenez, and we do get an acceptance from Atletico Madrid, so now we can talk to the player and hopefully offer him a pretty good contract deal here, and hopefully he comes back saying he does want to join us. So I thought, why not hold off on Hummels for a little bit and see exactly what we can do, because Hummels is pretty expensive, especially his wages, so we'll have to wait and see. But then Atletico Madrid said they will offer 10 million, and I thought, no, give me 12 million at least. This guy's a quality goalkeeper. He may have his issues with us, but let's get a couple of money out of him. And then I do a little bit of the training, and I also kept doing more, which I won't show just because it will linger on with the video. But some of the players doing quite well, and some of them growing pretty good, so I was pretty happy because of that. And so then we'll go on to my shortlist in here. We'll see Matt Hummels, Jose Maria, Bernardo Silva, and Patrick Herrmann. I did erase Luan because it looked like he accepted offers with Borussia Dortmund, and I thought to myself, well, there's no point in trying to go back and forth. It looks like his mind is somewhere else. But then we do get an acceptance from AS Monaco about Bernardo Silva, so I was really excited to see this go through and hopefully get something going with him. I did offer him an important first team player role. Hopefully he accepts that and wants to join Manchester United. And then they reviewed, and Atletico Madrid say that they are going to take the 12 million bid for him, and they will pay it. And then I see Jose Maria accepts as well, and now I'm left to think, who will I sign? And I just really was undecisive. Who should I get? Whether Jose Maria Jimenez or Matt Hummels. They're both great center backs. Obviously, one more experimented than the other, but having Matt Hummels would be a great thing to have back, because he has so much experience. But then I thought I will go with Jose Maria Jimenez. We do have some center backs that can come in as well, and I thought to myself, I will stall on Matt Hummels and see how the Bernardo Silva negotiation goes on. But then we do get a transfer offer to loan out Nick Poe, and I thought to myself, well, cheers mate, and hopefully you do the best and come back even better. But then we do get the acceptance of Bernardo Silva. He says he wants to join Manchester United, and I was livid to hear all of this, and I thought to myself, we are reinforcing this team like no other. And I thought to myself, well, we have the budget and I have every position I want covered, so why not bring in Matt Hummels? We have the money, let's adjust it so that we can pay his wages as well. And so now it's looking pretty good. And so as you can see right here, I am fixing up the lineup. So this is the lineup that I will start off against Spurs this coming weekend coming up in this career mode. And so I am starting with Carrick in the midfield. So I thought to myself, well, you know, he's been playing pretty decent, so I will leave him there. He is very experienced and he does have what we want. And so I thought to myself, alright, then we'll leave the bench mostly how it is. I'll just move some of the players around so it looks better positioned. And Pereira, unfortunately, will not be making the bench, as Herrera will be taking his position in that spot. But I'm happy to stay with this formation. I feel like it's done some pretty good things. We have seen some pretty good things in preseason. Unfortunately, we just have to get things going. And then I do get an offer from Crystal Palace for Antonio Valencia. And as much as I love this player for the human being that he is 29 years old and 79 overall rated. He will be declining, and I would not want to keep him on the bench. I know he won't get that much game time with us, so I said, Antonio, go off to Crystal Palace, do your thing, and become one of their best players. And we'd like to thank him for everything that he did at Manchester United. But then I thought to myself, well, we got rid of that other right midfielder that we had in this squad. We should probably try to bring in someone else. And so Patrick Herrmann, I went in with a 15 million bid. That's his value, and hopefully they can come back with the acceptance. But let's kick off the season here in our first game against Spurs at home in the Barclays Premier League. The squad is ready to go, the team is ready to go, and hopefully we can kick things off with a win. We did have a poor preseason, but this is the Premier League. This is not preseason, and hopefully this squad can show up and say that they are Manchester United. So we start off there. As you guys see, the squad's getting ready. I was pretty nervous coming into this game, especially seeing how poorly we had been playing these past couple of games. But I thought to myself, let's not dwell in the past and let's go out there and give all these fans what they want. And they want to see a Manchester United that goes out to attack. They want to see a Manchester United that does not hold back. And hopefully we can get these from our players, as we see Memphis and Mata shaking hands there. And the lineup, as you guys saw previously, is the one I went with, as we see Hugo Lloris running to his goal, and hopefully we can knock a couple past him and we'll have to wait and see. Matt Hummels there, as you guys saw, starting this game, having his first start in the Premier League. Let's see how this guy can do. He looks absolutely a monster back there, and hopefully he can be that leader next to Smalling to really just push that solid defense into a clean sheet today. And so we kick things off, and the Premier League has started off, and hopefully we can get things started. We pick up here in the 6th minute of the game, Juan Mata getting through the midfield, and then we get Morgan Schneiderlin. Memphis Depay, what can he do? He takes a shot, but it goes wide. It does not. It hits the side netting, and it looks like Tottenham are gonna be quite in some pressure. We do start off the game exactly how I wanted it to be, and it's great news to see the team reacting and really pushing forward for that win right away. And so then we pick it up again in the 21st minute. Wayne Rooney playing a little wide here, trying to go to someone. See, he has no option, so he does take the shot. Hugo Lloris parries it away, but not enough. Memphis takes the shot, and it's Hugo Lloris who gets a hand to it right before and Memphis' shot just goes wide, and then we take a corner kick, and unfortunately Mata's not big enough, and Hugo Lloris collects easily. Alright then, not a lot happened after that in the first half, pretty quite dull, and we do pick it up right here in the last minute of the play. Danny Rose running down that wing, just using that pace, taking that cross, getting that header, another header, and it's easily collected by David De Gea, and then who just right there stumbles the ball, but then picks it up again. But the referee says that is first half, and first half it is. And now we pick it up in the second half. It is Eriksson who takes the shot, and then Matt Hummels straight from behind. I don't know what happened there, and the referee gives him a straight red. So Matt Hummels having a poor debut. Let's see the slide tackle, let's see the challenge. It was pretty heavy, straight from behind, and the rules do say that merits a red card. And then Eriksson taking the shot and barely hitting the post, and we can consider ourselves lucky. But how lucky can we be if we are down to 10 men? And hopefully we can get something going, as we do see a foul right there. And I thought to myself, we need something going up here. We need to get someone up with pace. Unfortunately, Rooney's not the fastest, so I thought to myself, well, Anthony Martial seems like the right option to do, so we'll bring him on right now, and hopefully he can make an impact as he has in real life with Manchester United. And we just need someone with that flair, with that creativity, because Memphis and Mata, as well as Bernardo Silva, have been quite quiet. And we do pick it up in the 72nd minute. Anthony Martial loving what he does, playing wide, opening the shot, taking the shot, deflection from the defender. It doesn't matter. Martial scores, and Old Trafford is going crazy. We have scored the first goal of the tournament, and it is Anthony Martial, the substitution, coming in, making a name for himself right away, and providing that finish that we all know and love. Anthony Martial making it 1-0 for Manchester United. 10 men, and we are beating Spurs at home. It's exactly what we wanted to see from the team, responding. And then we're coming towards the end of the match, and really Spurs are really pushing forward, really attacking us. Takes a shot, goes through the post, and we can consider ourselves lucky once more. Anthony Martial trying to win the ball there, unfortunately getting bullied off. We're down to the last minute of the game. What can Dembele do? He goes out to wide to Rose. We are really nervous right now. I could really feel Spurs coming through with something, and then Dembele takes the shot, but it goes wide, and we can breathe once more, because that seems to be the end of the match. It seems to be the last attack, and then De Gea's just gonna boot this one up, and Martial's going to try to get it. Unfortunately for Spurs, that does mean that they lose, but luckily for us, that means we get our first 3 points. Not the best football we've ever played, but it is effective enough to get us the points. So this is where I'll leave it, guys. Shout out to Matthias and to all of you watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and until next time, take care.